Hello students. Today in our session we will discuss about the different effects of force. Now what is a force? Force is nothing but a push or a pull. Now this push or pull or pressing or any this kind of actions do have some effects, right? So we will specifically study what happens when we apply force on any object. To answer this, stay tuned to this video and continue listening. Now, see this video. What these men are doing. These men are pushing a car of trolley and the trolley is moving. So these men are applying force. When the men are applying force, the trolley, yes, it started from rest and it started moving. So a force can bring in motion in a body which is at stop, isn't it? So force can change speed of an object. So when we say the body was at rest and it started moving, so we are actually changing the speed. You can also think you can stop an object which is in motion. Like in cricket, you must have played, like when you take a catch, the ball is coming with lot of velocity. When you apply the force, the ball stops. So a force can change the speed of an object. I was talking about cricket. See here in an example. Just see what is happening here. You must have seen the batsman, he hits the ball and the ball is going in a different direction. So here we are just not changing the speed, we are also changing the direction by applying a strike which is nothing but a force. So force can change the direction of motion of an object. Now what is this? Yes, this is something like this. This is nothing but a stress ball, isn't it? We have seen this when we do some exercise. So what I'm doing? I'm applying the force and you see the shape of the ball is changing, right? I can do whatever and change the shape of the ball. We can also use some springs. You must have seen the springs can be stretched or can be compressed. So with this, what we are doing? We are applying force and we are changing the shape of an object. So force can change the shape of an object. So these are the basic effects of force. Let us enumerate. It can change the speed of an object. It can change the direction of motion of an object, and it can change the shape of an object. Now, changing the shape of an object is a separate kind of effect. But if you try to look at the first two effects, we can go a little bit deep into it. Let us see. What is velocity? You already know what is velocity. Yes, velocity is nothing but speed along with the direction. Speed is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. So velocity includes the magnitude, that is the speed, and the direction. Now, you have seen force can change speed as well as direction. So speed and direction both can be changed by applying force. Force can bring in change in velocity. Yes, the first two effects that we have studied just before can be clubbed together and said force can change the velocity of an object. And you have already studied the rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. Yes? So, force can bring the change in acceleration. Now, there are three ways of producing acceleration. What are they? See what is happening. The ball is falling down. As the ball is falling down, the speed is increasing. That you already know from the equations of motion. So when the speed is increasing, it means the magnitude of the velocity is changing. When the magnitude of the velocity is changing, it means definitely there is acceleration. Always remember, acceleration is rate of change of velocity. When we say rate of change of velocity, always remember velocity is having a magnitude, that is speed, and this sign indicates velocity is a vector. So we can also change the direction. So whenever the speed or the direction changes, it means it changes the acceleration. So this is the effect of speed. See what is happening in this. It's a wheel which is rotating. You have seen this in the sports ground, in the fair. In this wheel, right, the speed is uniform, if you can follow. But speed is uniform, but do you think the velocity is uniform? No, because the direction is changing at all the points. When the direction is changing, yes, the velocity is changing. So again, by this equation we can say, right, acceleration is changing because velocity is changing. Del means the change of velocity. So acceleration is also changing. Acceleration is a vector, it is also having a direction. Finally, this very interesting problem. See, in this, the car is taking a turn, at the same time it is speeding up. It is speeding up or it is slowing down. So at the same time, it is changing its speed and the direction. So acceleration is changing because of both the speed and the change in direction. That is change in velocity. And all these accelerations, this change is because of applying of force. Applying of force. So when we apply force, there is a change in acceleration. And you know what famous equation connects us to very important features of physics? I think you have guessed it, right? Yes, it is F equals to ma. The famous equation which combines all the Newton's law and which you will study in your future sessions. Thank you. Stay tuned.